Hello out there, and today we're going to be talking about stupid knife purchases, just bad decision making when it comes to picking a pocket knife. And what's in front of you right now is the Cold Steel Click and Cut. This is a new model, and it is one of the worst purchases I've made in a long time. This topic, though, I would really love to hear from you guys, so definitely comment down below about what your worst purchase was. If you make videos, open tag, like let's get a lot of people involved in this. It'll be a good time just to hear about all this, because bad purchases, they do happen. Sometimes we just don't really have an understanding of maybe what a knife is. Sometimes there's bad quality. But what I'm really talking about here is either like being dishonest with yourself with what you like, or maybe just not paying too much attention. And I'm going to talk a lot about that with the Click and Cut here. But the big one, I think for me, is that sometimes there's a knife that you see that you're like really interested in and you want it for some reason, and you're not really being honest about like how I'm actually going to use it or if I really need it. For example, a knife that I never got, but it was near the top of my list for a long time, was one of those Benchmade fixed blades, the Shane Seibert design. I can't remember the actual name of it, but it was like S30V, a big bushcrafter knife, and it was like a $200 knife, and it was near the top of my list. And why was I going to be like, why did I want that knife? I wanted to have it, but I was never going to use it the way it was intended to be used. And, you know, sometimes I think when we're not like really honest with ourselves about the hobby, then, you know, bad decisions can be made. Fortunately, when you have a channel and you're reviewing stuff, you can get away with it. You know, in this case, with this Click and Cut, what happened was I went on Blade HQ at work, you know, just for a quick minute, which I'm sure a lot of people do, just check Blade HQ on a quick little break and see what's new and what's available. And this popped up, and it was like 25 bucks. And I was like, all right, I haven't had a Cold Steel on the channel in a while. People are always asking about Cold Steel. So, you know, this is a budget knife, so it'll be good for like the budget blade series. And it's got 3 different blades, and it's a lockback because I saw this. And I was like, let's pull that trigger, 25 bucks, let's go, right? Well, guess what it isn't? It isn't a lockback. It doesn't fold. It just replaces. That's what this mechanism does. So I thought that I was getting a folding knife because I didn't really read the description of the knife that well. And so, sorry, there you go. And yeah, so I got something that I wasn't expecting to get. And so it's a really dumb purchase, because honestly, I think this design and what this is just makes 0 sense for me. It'll make 0 sense for a lot of people. So this, while I might comment below with some of my other purchases from the past that weren't necessarily the smartest, this is the dumbest thing that I've done in a long time. And thankfully, it's only $25 purchase. So let's take a look at it though. So here it is, the Click and Cut. Not really a revolutionary concept. You know, replacing blades is something that gets done pretty regularly with companies. It seems like almost every company has a model like this. This one comes with 3. It comes with 2 Wharncliffe blades. One of them has the serrations and then this drop point. It's really easy to take them out and interchange them, right? And when you do, the lockup is fair, a little bit of side-to-side movement. There's no real adjustment here, although it looks like you can take apart this whole thing if you want to. But, I mean, the problem here is that there's just no value in it for me, right? The value would be either getting a really versatile tool, which for me this isn't, because there's a lot of other stuff on the market that is like as versatile as this. You know, box cutters, honestly, I don't see what would be better about this knife than any box cutter that you can get at Home Depot for like 12 bucks with a whole bunch of razor blades. You know, like that's just the way that I look at it. The quality of like the handle material, this is just straight plastic. It doesn't do anything for me. You know, there's nothing that like, I don't know, when I look at this, I would want an upgrade from a box cutter, and I don't see it at all. And the fact that it's a fixed blade and doesn't fold, although you do get a sheath, the sheath is just sort of meh. It's fine. Nothing special though, just a cheap little sheath. So I don't know who would need this in a fixed blade setting. I don't know what the point of it is. It just doesn't do anything for me. The quality of the materials isn't good enough to like warrant the extra money that you would spend versus just a box cutter. So while the idea and the concept seems pretty smart and cool, like this is something that if you want to do something really fancy and invest, and get a nicer product, that would be smart. And if you wanted to make it fold, that would be smart too. But as this is, it just makes zero sense for me, and I'm an idiot for just not reading the description of the product. So yeah, that's really all I have to say about it. I think this is 420 steel. So, nothing terrible, but for 26 bucks, you're going to looking for a folding knife. I definitely didn't get a folding knife, and I can't think of an application for this that a box cutter wouldn't fit perfectly. And I know that can be said for most knives, this is a hobby, it's not a necessity, but I just don't see the situation where I would need something like this. So I want to hear from you guys though, what's your dumb purchase? Luckily, like I said, I was able to get away with something for 25 bucks, whatever. But what is the knife that you bought that you're like, man, I knew I wasn't going to like that. Why did I get it? Or yeah, this knife sucks because this, and this. All right. Let me know about that. If you are interested in this knife, here's what we're going to do. Whoever has the best story, right? Whoever has the best story about the dumbest knife purchase that they make, whoever posts the best video, I'll send them my dumb knife. All right. And maybe a prize package with that and a couple other things, and we'll get that out to you. All right, guys. Any questions, comments, complaint suggestions, let me know down below. Really appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I look forward to hearing from you. Have a good one.